Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a surprise deck list based off of a TMNT character, Bebop, Burly, Brawler. Um, I keep saying the advent, but with the introduction of the Reign of Kaiju cards from the Godzilla set, we're looking at a bunch of new pieces added to these older characters that kind of give them new life, and that's one of the cool things about our game is that we can find these older characters that use these new cards that give them a little bit of life and maybe push them up to the forefront. I'm not saying this is like a regional winning deck or a regional local championship deck, but you could probably take it to your locals and win a few games, have a good time, and play like a different character that you maybe haven't played before. So let's get into the deck. It's Bebop, the Burly Brawler. He's a brute and mutant, 631. He has two abilities, an enhance once per turn. Add the top card of each player's deck to their card pool face down. So it's a little bit of card pool stuffing on defense and offense. And then enhance, if you have 3 or more cards in your card pool, his attack gets 3 damage or -1 damage. He has the earth and water symbol. So we're really looking to use a lot of those cool Biolante cards and a lot of different types of cards that ignore face downs or find ways to use face downs in a very, very cool way. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got 4 copies of Acidic Sludge, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 low, 4, 2 high block, Deflect 4, and Slam. His 2 abilities. Blitz. Your rival adds the top card of their deck to their card pool face down, so it stuffs another card. So they're 2 deep now because you can play this, use the Blitz, and then use Bebop to add a card, and so you're both at 2 cards. So all you need is 1 more card to get Bebop online. But then all your moves have +2 speed, technically, because your rival is blocking on +2 progressive. And then Blitz, spend a momentum, add 2 cards from your discard pile to the top of your deck in any order. This attack gets 2 damage, so it becomes basically a 6 low 6 in Bebop, which is really, really cool. You get to stack like your next draw if you have like a draw ability, or stack your next 2 checks to pass your checks to kill your rival. This card's so good. I may have underrated it a bit in preview season. When I did my top 10 favorite card ultra rare secret rares in the set. I may have thrown a little shade on this guy. Next up is Destructive Heat Ray, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 5 low for 3, Fury ranged, Blitz. Add 2 power tokens to your stage, then flip one rival. Then you flip one rival foundation with difficulty less than the number of power tokens in your stage. Response: after this attack deals damage, we ready one foundation. This is super good setting up late game turns because we do play some throws, so putting power tokens on throws is crazy good, and then getting 3 extra damage from Bebop. It's a little bit of stage control, so we're not actively like making a lot of power tokens. We do have Biolante Arrives. We do have this card to allow us to build some power tokens. The only issue is we're not like, it's not on our character like Titan of Terror, so we're not continually getting them every turn. It's only when we play these. So really we're probably just flipping like Chinatowns with this for more often than not. Any flip draw, any like 1-dip speed hate, anything like that. So we're probably rarely ever flipping a 2-diff with this card, but still, though, it's still a 5 low 6 if it's our 3rd card, if we have 3 cards in our card pool. It's nothing to snuff at. And then really it's a 3 low 10, 5 low 10, excuse me, if we use our power tokens. Next up is one of the couple throws we got in the deck. We have Growing Grasp, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 3 low for 4, +2 mid block, EX3 throw. Static face down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty of playing this card, which is great because we do like to stuff our card pool with some cards face down. And then Blitz, this attack gets +X damage. X equals the number of cards in all card pools. Yeah, man, this is just a finisher, dude. At the end of a string, we just slap this. We slap 3 damage from Bebop. We slap the damage from the Blitz, and we slap power tokens on this baby, and it's just getting a massive chunk of damage and hopefully just murdering our rival. So I wanted to add a little, kind of like a little piece of tech cards. This is a really neat one with rolling movement, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 3 low for 4 with a +2 high block. Tension means we get a Roman cancel token to our momentum and then charge. And then why we have a face down card in our card pool. This card's block modifier gets -2. So on defense, we get to stuff our card pool, and then this is a +0 high block, which is pretty sick. Really, the only thing is it's just kind of a shitter. Yeah, I was looking for a tension move for this, and I don't know. I think every deck should play at least one or two tension moves because the Roman cancel mechanic is so good and so it's very interactable, but still it's very, very potent that it can change the game. It can change game states like instantly. So I do believe that every deck should have a tension move, and this is the one that we play because it kind of works with our character, right? We get a face down with Bebop, and then we block on a +0 high. Now for another 2x slot, I chose Ground and Pound from Ninja Turtles. It's a 4 low for 3, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 low for 4, +1 low block, slam, and then Blitz if there's a throw attack in our card pool. This attack gets +1 speed and 1 damage, and we get to draw a card. So we do play multiple throws. Our favorite is Shoulder Toss. It's in the deck, so we play Shoulder Toss, we play this, and then it's a 5 low 5, and then we draw a card. It could be a 5 low 8. If it's like if we have like a face down in between, or if we have like it's our third attack, it just gets super huge and it draws a card. Now, speaking of one of my favorite attacks in the game, Shoulder Toss, this card's kind of gotten a lot of new life with the new set because there's a lot of characters that just want to add a little bit of damage to moves and then see if what our rival does, right? Because the magic number for this is adding at least 3 damage to this. Because partial block will still be a 4, so as long as it is 8 damage and no higher, it will do less than printed. So it's a 4 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid block, 1 mid for 5, stun 1, which is we care about, and then a throw, which is also we care about. We are not a brawler, we are a brute. It's very sad. Add slam, and then response after the attack deals less than printed damage. Draw 1 card and ready 1 foundation that has not been readied this combat phase. So this normally could be our first move. It could be our second move after the face down because then we can always just pitch the face down with like Godzilla versus Biollante, draw a card after getting the damage, and then after this gets, if this it will either do 8 or it will do 4. And if it does 4, we get to draw a card and then ready that Godzilla versus Biollante, which is super cool. It's a super neat thing. Granted, it's like really the only foundation that would probably commit during our attack string, because everything else is pretty much defensive. But yeah, so that's what we'll use it for. It's just a really good utility piece. It throws give inevitability, and that's what we want to do is just kill our rival. Next up, we have 2 copies of Acid Screen, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 4 high for 7. Static face down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card, and then enhance if there's a face down card in either player's card pool, we get to draw a card. So, and deflect 4 in range. So on average, we are going to be having at least 1 face down in our card pool just due to Bebop. So what we do is we just play this. We stuff with Bebop, and then we draw a card, and we're a 7-hander for the turn, just being able to keep our hand size full. And it's a 4 high 7, man. It's pretty beefy. That's like queen stats. A 4 high 7's on our ultra rare that does way more than this, which is crazy. The power jump like after a year, right? It's just crazy. Next up, we got 1 copy of Military Airship, 3 difficulty, 5 check, 2 high block, unique, enhance commit, freeze this card. Add 1 card from your card pool to your hand. So for an easy commit and freeze, we get to add a block to our hand. On defense, we get to add an attack back, which is normally how we're using this. We're just looping an attack over and then getting to play it again, so we can just really put pressure on our rival. Next up, we got 1 copy of Team Dr. Ichigaki, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 mid block. Response remove after a non-keyword ability is played on a non-character card, we cancel it. We love canceling things, and this is the best way to cancel it, is just to remove it and say, hey man, knock it off. No, that ain't happening here. And then we got 2 copies of Referee Jury, 2/4. 2 difficulty, 4 check, 2 mid block, enhance, changes the attack's damage to 4. If it deals damage, draw a card. Response card pool flip, commit a foundation. After your rival plays an enhance ability, they commit a foundation. So we get to set an attack's damage to 4, maybe get a little DR in, and then if it deals damage, we draw a card. And then also, if our rival plays an enhance, we can flip, commit a foundation, and then we make them basically breaker 1 on their own turn. Going into the foundations, we're starting off with our zeros. We got Syndicate Target, 0/6, 0 difficulty, 6 check, 0 low block. And then static, after you play this card, we lose a health. This is a great card to stack with Acidic Sludge as we're chaining Acidic Sludges. We just keep adding this 6 and drawing Acidic Sludges over and over again. It allows us just to progress our game state, to string out longer, give our board, make our checks matter more. Having a 6 usually is pretty good, because if we could stack stuff, you always want to stack a 6. Now, acting as our other 0 diff is Dumbfounded, 3 difficulty, 5 check, plus 3 mid block. And then it just says this card ignores progressive difficulty. So, like in the Bridget list, when Jin's parry says it ignores progressive difficulty while blocking, this just says ignores progressive difficulty altogether. So, playing it as a form on our turn as the last card, it's always on a 3. If we're blocking with it, it still ignores progressive difficulty, so it's 3 plus whatever the speed is. It's actually probably more valuable than an actual 0 diff, just because, yeah, just it actually does stuff other than just, blocking. I've got 3 copies of Out to Lunch, 3 difficulty, 5 check, 2 mid block, enhance. This attack gets -5 damage. Add this card to your card pool face down. So offensively, this card doesn't do a whole lot, but defensively, what this does is we stuff a card into our card pool with Bebop, and then we can also DR, or we can block the first move, and then we can actually use this to shove it into our card pool and give that attack -5 damage, then -1 more damage with Bebop or with Heavy Feet, which we'll get to later. We got 4 copies of Biolante Arrives, 1 difficulty, 5 check, plus 2 high block. Face down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card, so if we have face downs in our card pool while blocking, this is just a +2 high block. And we block against the speed. And then enhance flip, add 1 power token to our stage, so we have a little bit of power token generation for our throws to make our attacks matter. We got 4 copies of Scales of Juno, 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block, response flip. After your rival plays a non-character ability that causes a card to leave their card pool, cancel it. Hey man, Queen's going to be everywhere. Queen of the Monsters, this hits it. They can't build anything. They're stuck on progressive difficulty. Thank you, sir. Come again. You do not get any fizzy lifting drinks. Goodbye. No. You don't get anything. It says no. We got Guardian Angel of Chinatown, 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block, response flip. After your rival plays an ability that reduces the damage of your attack, its damage cannot be reduced by your rival's effects this turn. So this hits like Referee Jury, King Ghidorah 2, Roman Cancel Yellow. It just says no, you don't get to do any of that, and you have to take the full damage, bro. And it's very debilitating against if someone is trying to play like DR. It's even a good counter against our deck, so that's why we played Destructive Heat Ray, so we can use this to tell people to stop using their damage reduction on our moves. We got 3 copies of Fast Friendship, 1 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block, enhance flip. This deck gets -2 speed. If you have more face down foundations than your rival, it gets -3 speed instead. We like having some speed hate. We don't always get to DR every move, so we do want to block a little bit. This gives us a little bit of blocking power, not a whole lot. This might be like one of the things about the deck I want to change, is maybe take out a little bit of the DR and a little bit of the tech pieces, like maybe a Scales, a Juno, maybe a Dumbfounded, and then add in a couple other speed hate pieces just so we have a little more blocking power. We got 4 copies of Godzilla vs. Biolante, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 low block. Enhance commit, clear a face down card from your card pool and draw a card. Deadlock enhance, your attack. Your rival adds the top card of their deck to their card pool. So the top enhance is very good in our character because we normally want to wait to the second attack to clear the face down, or we just build the second attack in. We play an attack, stuff the card pool, and then play the second attack. Use this after we get our damage, because it's a little bit of sequencing that's really weird, because we want to have 3 cards in our card pool on the second move to get the 3 damage, and then clear the face down. Then we can play our third attack, and so on and so forth. The Deadlock Enhance is crazy because it just says, hey man, you're not going to be able to block anything. And that's great. So fun fact, kids, the commit ability is you don't need, it's the clear 1 face down card from your card pool is past the colon. So if you don't have a face down card in your card pool, it's just commit, draw a card. Welcome back, passing into the torch. We got a couple copies of Ocean Buddies, 2 difficulty, 4 check, 2 high block. Ally, Enhance, Flip. Each player adds 1 card from the discard pile to their card pool. If you have played a Roman Cancel ability this turn, each rival card added to the card pool this way is added face down. So a couple of cool things with this deck. We could actually add Referee Jury to our card pool, and then when our rival goes to use an enhance, we can commit this Ocean Buddies that's flipped, flip the Jury, and make them commit something, and make them commit a foundation. And then if that, maybe we can add another card to our card pool to start getting minus more damage, or we can military airship the Referee Jury back to our hand after we turn it face down. It's a really lot of cool ways to like maximize different little tiny micro interactions that can help us win the game. Excuse me. Next up is the Disaster of Passion, 2 copies, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 low block. Response once per turn. After an attack is completely blocked, draw a card, discard a card. We just need cycle draw. Our rival's going to be blocking our moves because they don't want to be taking 8+ damage. So yeah, we just get to cycle through our deck and find attacks faster. Now another piece of tech that will help us either kill or live is Heavy Feet, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 mid block, enhance. If you have 3 or more cards in your card pool, this attack gets +1 or -1 damage. So if we have 3 cards in our card pool, offense, defense, we can start doing the micro -1, +1, which is kind of hard to deal with sometimes with some decks, because if they're not getting +3s, +5s to damage, or -1, more, it's harder to get giant pluses sometimes than it is to get giant negatives, I think, sometimes. So it's a little harder for your rival's kill math if you have multiple copies of these and you can put at least 3 cards into your card pool. 1 copy of Moment of Normalcy, because, man, Moment of Normalcy. And then we got 4 copies of Weapon Clash, 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Enhance, destroy 1 face down foundation. This attack gets -2 damage to a minimum of 1. And then flip, build the top card of your deck face down committed. We get a little bit of a ramp on our rival's turn, which is really good. The destroy the face down to minimum 1 is really good, because if we have 3 cards in our card pool and we somehow DR it down to just 1, we can Bebop to make it nothing. So yeah, so that is the Bebop Burly Brawler deck, guys, on water. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are some characters viable now that we have had a rotation? Like Rocksteady looks really cool as well, with a lot of Earth cards that have come out in the Reign of Kaiju. I'd like to see a list with that. Right now we're looking at playing some Rodon for some LCs, and we're going to be building that Bridget deck that I had posted last week. So it's a very exciting time, a deck builder's paradise right now. I just want to try so many different things, but we got LCs, we got the Chicago Regional coming up. So we'll figure out some time to square away and then play some of these cool decks that I have built on Ultra, hopefully sooner than later. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the bells. Hit the bell so you don't miss a notification. And until the next video, take care.